DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool. Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, and DJNTV Insiders.
Hey everybody, welcome out to the Monday night hangout, and well, I guess that's coming next. We got the Monday night with 5 got 5 on it. Shani's got 5 on it.
Shani's got 5.
I don't have 5 on it. She does.
Well, you
but anyway,
with me, so we all have 5 on it.
That's true. But then there would be 15.
Oh,
I think I said. No. Listen, it's summer break. This teacher is not doing math until August. Forget it. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and we do have a great show for you tonight because Shani does have 5 topics for us, and she gave us a little preview, and I guarantee some of you are going to tune out after 1 or 2 just because you're jerks, but the rest of you are going to love when we get to 5. I promise you will love when we get to number 5. So if you're thinking of tune out, just don't. I saw that. I saw the move for the mouse.
Jimmy won't like number 5. I'm just going to say it up front. Jimmy won't like number 5 because Jimmy.
Does he use the dreaded
You can't say more, but Jimmy won't like number 5. He'll tell us when we get there. Well, you know what?
I don't care about Jimmy tonight.
Oh, wait, we always care about Jimmy.
I care about him earlier in the day. He already made us his image. I'll care about him again next Monday, but not tonight. I'm just messing. You okay, Shani?
I'm very confused right now. Is the answer C?
No, it's 5.
5. 10 would be C, but we don't go to 10 because we're like on this anti-math thing.
Oh, God.
We're only to 5. We only go to 5.
So you guys have me do 5.
So 5's got to be B. If 10 is C, I'm done. You know, whatever. Shani, why don't you start us off? What do you got for number 1 tonight?
Okay. Number 1 for you Pioneer fans. And for those that aren't Pioneer fans that might want to jump on the Pioneer ship, you might want to jump hard because the SX3 is dropping. And for those that don't know about the SX3, we're about to tell you some insight about the SX3.
What do you got for us?
Well, Serato controller. It kind of is like a mix between the SX and the SZ. So I'm a little jealous because I'm an SZ fan, and I might have to check out this XS3 here. Why, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because first of all, the big thing that makes it more like the SZ is that it has 2, not 1, but 2 USB inputs. So that means that you could connect 2 laptops. So if you want to look like a cool person and have your buddy DJ with you, or you just want to invite a stranger to do a little mix session with you and be like, hey, dude, want to do a little wiki with me? You can have 2 DJs spinning on the SX3 with you. So this is new for the XX, and you can have 2 USB imports on this. So that's kind of cool.
Would that allow for, and this is for the mobile guys who are not going to be doing 2 people at one time, would that allow for, and apologize, I'm assuming this, allow for basically for your backup computer to be hooked up automatically. So if something happens to the main one, immediately you're going to the second one without any fail-safe or time like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I like that idea.
Good for backup too. Yeah.
Absolutely. No running the dinky little iPad. Let's full on computer. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's good. I mean, I have that for the SZ. I mean, I have my backup there as well too. Or I have like somebody, when I have like another DJ that's with me, You know, I'm like, but you stay in your space and I'm with mine. This is my DJ space. This is your DJ space, you know. But yeah, so that's cool with it. And for those that use a lot of mics, I guess I can say this has 3 mic inputs. So not 1, not 2, but 3 mic inputs. So for those that do a lot of toasts or a lot of speeches or karaoke or whatever you do, this is going to have 3 mic inputs on it.
Now I'm going to ask, and maybe you don't know, is this, because this is the one problem I have with my SX. I had the first generation. So on my SX, my mic input is coming through, we'll call it channel 1 with a very left fader. Are all 3 coming through on faders?
Yeah. Well, I believe that you can have it on the other two channels. Don't quote me on this because I really didn't look at everything on this. So don't quote me. I didn't go into this because I had like 6 gigs this week. So I didn't do all my homework, but I believe it can come in on the other 2 channels. And the third one, I'm not sure where the third one is coming in from, but I also, when I looked at it, that you actually can also control some of the cool features for the mic that you can do on a normal mixer from your computer as well, which you don't have on controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can actually go into like the setup, which normal people do. Like if you go in like your virtual DJ on your Serato, you go to like your setup, you actually have the mic set up where you can like, you know, reverb somebody's voice and things like that. And you can do like, hey, give me a little more bass, do this, do that, do that. So you can do that too for the mic, which is really cool. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't do that on my controller. So I'm a little jealous on that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other surprises for us with it?
I know with that one, there's like some color effects that are a little different, but besides stuff like that, I think it's more, like I said, in between the SX and the SC, and it's just, yeah. And I think the price is like $9.99. I think that's kind of like around what the price is, depending on where you get it from.
I will say this, if for some reason the little features that Shani I shouldn't say little, the features that Shani talked about with the SX3 are not like your bag. You're just like, forget it. I have seen some of the SX2 suddenly on sale. And I'm not talking to like everybody saying, oh, I'm going to sell mine. I'm talking about like some legitimate retailers who are like, listen, SX2 dropped in price, buy it on closeout. So
just on the microphones, there's 3 balanced inputs. 2 of them are the combo, the XLR or quarter.
Ooh.
And those are on the back. And then there's a 1/8 inch tip ring sleeve, so it's a balanced, but that goes in the front. And then there's the volume on the front, and then the other 2 are channels, the left slider and the right slider.
So 3 and 4.
Did you say 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch?
Excuse me, 1/4 inch if I said it wrong.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
quarter.
I was gonna say, I was like, whoa, 1/8 inch should be different, but yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So 2 in the back and 1 in the front. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which to be honest with you, the two multi, and I realize the 1/4 inch is still balanced, and I get all that, but I know a lot of people like have said that is like a huge problem, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fact that why are all these controllers only doing 1 multi input? So this one's got 2, and then the third option.
So you got your 2 wireless for your audience or your wedding, what have you, and then you've got your booth microphone, a little corded one right there for you. I think that's great.
Right. And I know because of all the backlash that they've been hearing about the mic inputs on all the controllers and the way it sounds and everything, I think that's another reason why they kind of stepped this up with the mic game and did this. Now, do I know how it sounds? Of course I don't. I have not personally tested it out, so I can't give any input on that. If you guys see it, I would say go test it out at a Guitar Center or Sam Ash or wherever you can put your hands on it. If you're thinking about buying one and you're buying it where you're going to, use the mic inputs right from the controller and test it out. Because if you can do that, I would say go for it. And then you don't have to bring anything else because you got 3 mics that you can use it. And it's perfect. I mean, I love my SZ. I love having the 2 USBs right there and it's great. The mic is a plus.
It is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get off the SX3.
Yeah.
What do you got for a second?
All right. Second, I'm going to kind of keep it, we'll stay one more DJ related thing. And I'm going to go to a cool mixer for a lot of club heads and a lot of gear heads, Allen and Heath, for those that aren't really in the Allen and Heath industry. So some of you guys are gonna be like, I have no idea what words she's saying and what she's talking about right now.
Those are two names.
Right. But Allen and Heath came out with a brand new mixer, their Zone 96. That kind of puts their mixer now into the digital age. And this is new for them to put a mixer into the digital world. And when they did it big. Like this mixer for them literally was like space age. They really did a great mixer. And I'm going to tell you, I could talk about it for an hour, but I'm literally just going to tell you the basics of what this mixer is about. It is a dual 32-bit sound card, 24 channels. It's Tractor Scratch certification, 2 dedicated FX channels, 2 stereo inputs, 2 aux return channels, a separate master out, dedicated booth outputs that are separate from those, an Inno fader crossfader, and dual Q system allowing 2 DJs to monitor discrete channels. So you could have 2 headphones going separately to listen to 2 different channels. And then there's like tons of other stuff that they basically bells and whistles that they added to this. So Allen and Heath really stepped it up, and they're like, look, if we're going to redo one of our zone mixer, we're just going to go digital, and we're just going to basically put bells and whistles and the refrigerator and the kitchen sink and
together.
A loaf of bread and everything else on this. So somebody can't be like, well, why didn't you add this? Why didn't you add this? We're going to do 24 channels and we're going to add everything to it. So for anyone in the production world, anybody in that type of world, this is a great mixer. If you guys are into that type of world, I haven't heard a bad thing about this type of mixer yet for those that would want to kind of go in that direction for them.
Shani, what was the model of that again, please?
That is the Zone 96.
Zone 96.
Yeah. And by
Nice.
zone, it's like an X. That's the way they spell it. Not with a Z.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
completely fancy because it's them. Yeah.
Fancy. It's an X. I
Thanks.
was like,
But no,
X,
I mean, like you said, when it comes to that realm, I mean, we've heard Allen and Heath, and maybe some of the group in the chat room were like, yeah, I have no idea who we're talking about.
like,
But
you know.
but no, this company had like they've done some really strong stuff over the years, and it's kind of one of those things I don't think they get quite the notoriety. Maybe in some of the circles that we travel in that they should, because I've seen some really strong stuff from in the past. And I think it's cool with this production aspect, them going all digital with it. The features you sound are cool. Of course, you know, not.
Yeah,
my
I
use,
see them
but
a lot. Like in my like when I do my big corporate stuff in the production world, we use a lot of the Allen and Heath, and something like this would just, especially digitally, something like this would just be incredible for that. But yeah, it's especially. I mean, it's 24 channels. So you're just plugging in, we have to plug in sound, and we have to plug in the lights, and we have to plug in this, and we have to, and we're going to plug in the videos, and we got, these and the monitors, and we got that, you could plug in, you could just keep plugging in everything in this. And then we got the musicians, and then how many musicians? Oh, we got them. Okay. We can keep plugging this in and keep plugging them in. And and there's a DJ too. Oh, you can plug the DJ in too. We can't forget the DJ, you keep plugging everybody in.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So we got to move on.
We're going to move on. Yes.
We're going to move on. We're up to 3.
We are up to 3. So number 3 is, I know last week we did like all our summer music, and I hope a lot of people got some great stuff from it. I know I got some incredible feedback from you guys. So thank you very much. And I hope it helped a lot of people for their summer stuff. So with, I don't know if anyone, sports wise, if you guys know, but the World Cup is actually going on right now. It's not going on this very second. It starts June 14th. So June 14th to July 15th is the big World Cup. So anyone who is a football fan, and by football, I don't mean,
Soccer.
Football, right. Yes. I was trying to be, the right way to say it. Football.
Soccer.
Football for you
Soccer.
international people. World Cup, there's always a song. Now, in my opinion, I think there's only been really one good song that's really kind of, or maybe two that's kind of come out of the World Cup that's been like a hit, right? That I could think of.
Help me.
Oh, like the Olay song? Really? I mean, I played the Olay, like I played that. Right? Have you not played the Olay?
No.
Yeah,
I know the song you're talking about because I went to at my college. They would play it for anything.
Maybe just because I've done a lot of like sports stuff. Maybe maybe why I played. Okay, so maybe there really hasn't been a good World Cup hit. Maybe. Okay.
Ricky Martin?
Well,
didn't he do one like? I mean that was a few years ago, mind you, but
so
Cup of Life.
Yes, right. That's what I was saying. Like, so that's why I said like one hit, maybe two. So like and then Shakira did Waka Waka. She did one. So that was like okay, maybe you're not a World Cup person, but yeah. So Waka back to Africa. Waka Waka. Okay. Anyways,
so you're wanting us.
Yeah. See, they even said okay. Thank you, chat room. Yes. Chat room is on the same page as me. See, they even did it. Waka Waka. Okay, I haven't been watching the chat room at all. Okay, so yes. So two, yes. So two. So they said same with me. They said the Ricky Martin and the Shakira. So my question is, the 2018 World Cup song is by Mr. Instagram himself now, and is Will Smith came out with the 2018 song featuring Nicky Jam. So it is called Live It Up. Is this now going to be the new World Cup crossover song, or is it just going to be like, they have the new World Cup song? They just dropped the song. They just dropped the video. It all came out this week because, again, like I said, the World Cup starts June 14th. The video features a whole bunch of superstar top football athletes. You know how I keep saying football athletes. But because it's Will Smith, is it going to be a hit? Because, he's saying now he's going back in the studio. He's going to be coming out with an album. So my question to my viewers and everybody in the chat room, do you guys think this is going to be a top 40? I'm not saying, is it going to be in the top 100? Do you think it's going to get airplay? Do you guys think that people are going to dance already like? And I say no.
I haven't heard this. I haven't heard the song. It's
called Live It Up, and it's featuring Nicky Jam, who we all know is a hot Latin artist. He's one of the hot ones. Do you guys think it's going to hit, or do you guys think like now it's just going to stay a World Cup song? Just putting it out there so you guys know it is a song out there. It is called Live It Up. If you guys get requested for it, you do know it's out there now.
Here's the thing that I want to say. First off, do I think it's going to be World Cup song? Yeah, obviously. Do I think the Nicky Jam part of it will help? Obviously, yes. The problem that I have, and this is what I've noticed, we've had a lot of things where old school has come around. Movies is huge. You suddenly have reboots of everything. You have old styles that are coming back. You have TV shows that are coming back. The one thing that I've noticed, though, that has not seemed to come back to life has been the artist. Old songs, yes. But the artist coming back and doing something new again has not. For whatever reason, the artist, when they decide they're going to re-release, I shouldn't say re-release, they're going to come out with a new song, it's fallen flat. They've fallen flat. I almost think like the nostalgia is with the song, not the artist. And so I think the Will Smith being on it, as much as I like Will Smith, as much as I liked his older stuff too, I don't see it happening. I haven't even heard the song. Don't get me wrong. I haven't heard the song at all. I just think it's going to fall flat because there's not the nostalgia aspect that a lot of people are expecting, because it's an artist that I play Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's theme song and everybody goes freaking nuts.
Yeah.
I play something recent and they're like, who? What?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I was surprised that they picked Will Smith and they did not pick an international. I mean, Nicky Jam. I agree with that of him as an artist for a World Cup song. Will Smith for a World Cup song. Oh, okay. I don't get it. Maybe because again, he is the Instagram star right now. He is the internet star right now. So maybe that's why. But I mean, I could think of Mark Anthony. I could think of a whole bunch of other people, that they could have put for the World Cup song. That's just, again, me saying that there could have been a whole bunch of other people they could have put for the World Cup song.
Pitbull.
But
Pitbull. I think too much. I think Mark Anthony would have been too much of the Latin feel. I think the idea was to add an extra element to it. Yeah, that's my 2 cents. We'll see in a month. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. Easy enough.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. So you guys know that song is out there. We'll see what happens. They dropped the video, so we'll see.
I will say this. I think it's worth keeping up on, especially if you have, if you're doing a teen event or, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but basically bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah of a kid who might be a soccer kid. This could be huge for that.
Yeah.
For that niche. Anyway, so we're up to 3, 4. 4 comes next after 3.
All right,
4.
Here we go. That is correct, Mr. Teacher, on summer break.
It's summer.
All right. Next thing, for you movie people that are not into Avengers and Star Wars and stuff like that, but are into, I'm just saying, hey, I'm just excited I got to see those movies, but are into some movies that are about music. And I'm not talking like musical, like Tony Award stuff. There's some 2 good movies that are going to be coming out in the fall. Sorry, guys, it's not summer. They're going to be coming out in the fall, but they're getting buzz now. First movie I kind of talked about during the summer music hits, and that's the Queen movie that's going to be coming out. Sorry, guys, November 2nd, it's dropping. But it's already getting the buzz, the Queen movie, Bohemian Rhapsody. Already seeing previews. So if you guys already maybe saw some movies, you might have saw some previews. So Bohemian Rhapsody is going to be coming out. And again, like we said, you might be getting some requests for some Queen music over the summer because of that. So that movie is going to be coming out. Very interested to see who, DJs that might want to go see that because of what it's about. Basically, it's the years about Queen that's going to be going up to their Live Aid concert in 1985. So it's all those years of them up to the 1985 Live Aid concert. So pretty cool. And then the other movie that's coming out is actually a remake. And I didn't know this until I did my history. I thought this was only like the second remake. This is actually the 4th remake, which I actually had to Google and be like, is it really? And then I asked a bunch of people and they're like, oh, I thought it was the second. I thought it was the third. So I actually had to do my homework and look at the years. This is the 4th remake and it's getting Oscar buzz on top of it. And it's the movie called A Star is Born. And it's featuring Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And they dropped the trailer about 3 days ago and it is getting Oscar buzz. That is coming out October 5th. Bradley Cooper also directed it. And for those that don't know, this, like I said, this is the 4th remake. If anybody knows, Barbra Streisand and Kris Kristofferson did it back in the 70s. And then there were 2 remakes before that. Who knew? So for you older people that are wiser, so you were wiser, the remake before that was in 1956, was Judy Garland and James Manson, which somebody told me. And then there was the very first one, which I totally had to look up. And that was the very, very first one in 1937.
It was a talkie.
That was the original A Star is Born. And that was Janet Gaynor and Frederick March. Yeah, so it was 1937, Janet Gaynor, Frederick March, then 1954, Judy Garland and James Manson, then 1976, that I know a lot of people know about that one, the Barbra Streisand, Kris Kristofferson, and then this one, 2018, is going to be Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. That is getting Oscar buzz already. So this is going to be interesting. And for those that really don't know a lot about Lady Gaga, she really puts her heart and soul into everything that she does. When she did the album with Tony Bennett, she really put like her heart and soul into it. She took like voice training classes to make sure she was perfect to do stuff with Tony Bennett. She really does a lot of stuff to make sure that she's perfect for whatever role she does. So if you're not really a Lady Gaga fan when it comes to like her singing, when she does like her monster type style, she definitely is a chameleon and changes with her whatever role she takes on. So it would be interesting if this is something that you guys want to see. So the first movie, well, that's actually the first movie because that comes out in October. Then the Queen movie comes out November 2nd. So two little music movies for you guys, little something for you guys.
Well, I think with what you said last week, it's important to note you need to be up on your repertoire, if nothing else, for the fact that people are potentially going to be asking for stuff. I think most of us are probably familiar with a lot of the Queen hits, but I was kind of surprised. You talked about it last week. And then over the weekend, I was listening to one of the mix shows. I don't know if it was Spin Cycle or if it was like Sirius, something like that. But anyway, out of nowhere, I heard a Queen song get mixed in. And I was like, instantly, I thought of the show because you're like, people are going to start requesting it more. Because I guarantee you, without the hype from the show without the hype from the movie, that is not a song that would have naturally just decided to be mixed into this DJ set. So, definitely something we want to keep an eye on. And again, just from the standpoint of, if somebody comes up and starts saying, hey, do you have that song that goes like this? It's because, they're asking for this. Not suddenly like, I've got to think of that new song. What is that new song? No, it's probably one of these classics, either from the Queen or from the Star is Born. So yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got it all. We've got the wall. I told you, listen, you guys had to stick around because this was going to be the one that you wanted to hear about even more than the movies. All right. So what is number 5 for us tonight?
Okay. Number 5. Number 5 is a virtual DJ update for your virtual DJ people. Woo! Did I do that right? Because I'm not a virtual DJ person. That's my sparklers are supposed to go out. Did you see sparklers?
No.
I did. It was all Cold Fusion behind you. It was like nothing. It was
Okay, so the new beta. You guys can get the new beta if you want. You got to be cool to have the new beta. Some really cool aspects are going on with the beta for virtual DJ guys. They are stepping up. I don't know. I might have to just check out some virtual DJ. I'm just saying. Oh, virtual DJ people, if you hear me, I'm just saying. So I don't know.
Yeah, they probably don't think it would.
At least you didn't say Mega Psych.
All right. So if you guys have not heard some cool things going on with the beta, I'm going to tell you guys this. I have no idea what I'm saying, but I'm going to tell you guys this. All right. So they have advanced video displays. We got that advanced video displays now with virtual DJ. You guys get the videos going now. We also have the shader toy that's going on with the virtual DJ where you just grab the shader now, which is pretty cool with that, which I was looking at that. I'm like, okay, virtual DJ. I kind of like that. You got the little things going on with those little ambient stuff there. Scratch DNA. Little wick action going there with a little scratching. You have the video skins where you could be like, hey, do you want to see what I'm doing? Do you want to see what I'm doing? Do you want to see what I'm doing?
That was pretty cool.
Show you guys what I'm doing.
That was pretty cool.
So yeah, so you can show your audience what you guys are doing, and you can stream to Facebook, to YouTube, wherever you want to stream what you guys are doing as well from your virtual DJ. So they have some cool stuff coming out with virtual DJ. And this is all just in the beta.
And you missed.
I will say that first off, a little plug for MJ. He did kind of do a breakdown with his Rewind report. That kind of goes into some of the little bit of details with it. Not to knock anything that you talked about, Shani.
Yeah.
One, I will say this, there's a couple features that within that, like I'm looking at them kind of like, okay, whatever. First off, if you're a video guy, I know one of the questions that often comes up, a lot of people like virtual DJ because it's built within the program. You don't have to buy an add-on like you do with some of the others. But one of the things I think that was kind of cool was that visualization, to be able to play an audio track because you don't have a video, or because the video is not clean for whatever audience you're providing it for. You have that visualization. So something's still on the screen without having to dump into something that maybe doesn't go with the music. This at least reacts to it and goes like that. The feature though that kind of surprised me, and John, with your history and knowledge of Facebook, I'd be curious to this. We immediately streamed to Facebook. However, we know that Facebook oftentimes puts us in jail,
right?
Because we're playing stuff we shouldn't play. So even though Facebook has kind of made this agreement with some labels, where's that line going to run? Because I almost feel like now, first off, the software is allowing us to do this a lot easier. We don't have to buy like 5 other hardware pieces to be able to transmit. But how many of us are going to get more in Facebook jail?
Well, there's two things going. Of course, as you mentioned, Facebook is cutting an agreement with the record labels, and they're going to get to the point now where they are going to keep track of, and there's going to be revenue. There'll be ads put on our videos, and there's going to be revenue going too. So for Facebook, they're going to encourage us to stream because they know that they can put that video up there and they can drop ads in it, and then the industry is going to make money off it. So that's a big part. Secondly, is Facebook has really honed in their blanking out of a part of the audio track. If you put a song up, you're probably not going to get in jail right now, so you're just all of a sudden going to lose 30 seconds of your mix. Because their algorithms that on YouTube, you would have to go there and click to remove part of that audio track, and it may or may not work.
Yeah.
Facebook has got it down, and they've cleaned a couple of tracks up where it's like all of a sudden the DJ was getting ready to mix, and you can hear the 2 songs, and as soon as we get to the one song, it's gone. You see them bopping around, and it looks like, and then all of a sudden they're mixing, and then it comes back, or the next song is there. So they've really, really set this up well. So I think as the labels and industry and music industry changes, I think this past weekend there was a big announcement from Spotify also that they're wanting to cut out the labels and wanting to go and basically pay artists directly and starting to sign artists to do this. I think there's going to be a big change in how we consume and how it's paid for. And I think this is going to be Facebook running ads. I mean, if you look at everything you do, Messenger has ads in it now. All of your different things have ads everywhere. Yeah, our videos will have ads in them.
So here's the other question, and this is what I did not see, and I assumed, I think, incorrectly. Are we going to be able to stream just audio? Example, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, things like that. Or is it going to be only video or both? Are you aware of that?
I think it's music. We can stream video.
Yeah.
Video.
Just like we're doing right now.
Well, I'm just curious because, for example, I'm not spinning video. Would I have to add that visualizer in order to be able to stream if I wanted to?
I wonder if they're not going to have some sort of a default visualizer that you could put in there. The grumpy old guy pointing at the audience or something, that kind of thing.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Yes,
Shame
precisely.
For us mobile guys, I think it's great. I think there's some cool features. I think some of it's going to, I think it's going to take some people that maybe haven't looked at virtual DJ quite the same, maybe to take a second look. I think also just the idea of, like you said, it's in beta. I'm curious to see where it transfers. And here's the other question here. And this is, I don't think I haven't seen this anywhere, at least, whether this is going to come in as an update to 8, because they're touting it as 2008.
Right.
But when they switched from 7 to 8, it was a huge overhaul to the point that you can actually have 7 and 8 on the same computer at the same time without an issue. I'm wondering if 2018 is going to have something similar when it gets released to a full version of, is it going to be another complete separate, or is it going to be just this is like 8.2 2018.
Yeah. I mean, not to, I don't, me, like, I don't do the comparisons of virtual DJ and Serato and stuff like that. But like with my Serato, I mean, I still have Scratch Live on my computer. I still have Serato DJ and I have Serato Pro. So I still have all three of those on my computer because I still use all three of those. I still go in some clubs where they have the old mixers where I have to use Scratch Live. Do I like that I have to use it? No, but that's the mixer that they have. And I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey guys, can I go back home and, bring my own mixer in, or can I bring my, SZ in here or something? I'm not going to argue with them. So it's like, I'm happy that I can, even though like we don't support this, I'm happy I can still, Serato lets me be able to put those on my computers, and I can have all of those on my computers. And I'm smart enough that I know how to have those on my computers, and that I can still have, I don't know how much longer I can have both of those Seratos, the Serato Pro and, both of the new Seratos on there. But I'm able to still use both Seratos for right now. I know, eventually Serato is just wanting to go into Serato Pro, but I'm lucky enough that I can use them both with all my Pioneer stuff right now. So, I don't know what Pioneer is going to go in the future with like all their stuff, where it's just going to be like, okay, we're Rekordbox and we're, Serato Pro. And I'm just going to be like, okay, goodbye, rest of my Serato stuff, but we'll see, so I don't know, like if virtual DJ is kind of doing the same thing where it's going to be like, okay, you're just going to, once you update, this is the update, this is what you're stuck with, this is what you have to, or if you could put them in the way I do, where you're like, this is the older version. I put it in as an older version when I do the update, where it says, on my computer, would you like to replace this? And I'm like, no, put this in as older version of Serato, and it's like, that's what I put it in as.
Well, and I mean, you have your computer guys. Yeah. And I don't mean, you got your computer guys who know, and for example, what you did, where you can keep an old version, you can keep a new version, and you know how to basically tell your computer to use both different ones. Right. I'm just talking in the general sense of where 7 was this, 8 was completely different. And is 2018 going to be somewhat similar, or is it going to be, if we don't do that trick, is it going to be just an overwrite of 8? Exactly. That's exactly. Kind of,
and that's why this is in beta right now. I know Serato does that too. They do things in beta, and I wait to see what's going to happen after the beta, to see what they tweak, what they do, what's going to happen. And then when you do the update, it's going to be like, oh, okay, what did you guys do with the update? This is going to be interesting now to see what happens. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with the new craziness, and I said it, I think I said it a couple shows ago, that virtual DJ was going to do this huge update. So,
it was bound to happen when when every other company seems to be making something. Every company's got to be making something. It's bound to happen. By the way, I'm going to throw in, for John's sake and everybody here, the DJNTV disclaimer, which basically says that we do not support any beta being used for actual performance. If you choose to do it on your own volition, that is completely up to you, and we take no responsibility. Is that good, John? Are you good with that?
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to jump on that, because I noticed you mentioned it, and it's like, oh, I wonder if Dan's going to say something about that.
Thank you. Yes, we do not.
Just in case, Well, is there any other surprises? You got like 5.5.
Oh, I just said, hey, Jay. I just saw Jay in the chat room.
Yeah, Jay's been.
I didn't know
Jay's got some good stuff.
I didn't know Jay was in the chat room.
Jay, I'll tell you what, you give us a little sneak peek of something Rekordbox is doing. We'll talk about it.
Jay, were you here when I was talking about the Pioneer SX3? He could have just did it for me.
He came in, I think, just after that.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, Jay could have just done it for me.
So, Jay, you have to go back and watch the beginning of the show.
No, Jay could have just done it for me.
Oh, my goodness. Well, listen, everybody, that was our 5 on it. Shani's got 5 on it, and she presented to us a lot of great topics tonight. Some stuff you may not have known, some stuff maybe you got a little more in depth on. Either way, thank you very much for checking it out and hanging out. We do have a hangout. So speaking of hanging out, we've got a hangout. That's going to come up next. John's going to be dropping the link everywhere for you. So basically, you're going to click that. You're going to come hang out with us. And in case you haven't heard, I'm on vacation now, so I'm going to hang out a little bit longer just because I can. But thank you very much for tuning us.
Because Dan's going to hang out longer, and I'm going to hang out shorter today.
That's no fun. I hang out longer because you're going to be there.
Sorry,
man. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Some great shows coming up the rest of the week on DJNTV. Check the emails. You know you're going to see the links. You know you want to click them. Make sure you join us. And, of course, join us next Monday. We got another 5 on it. What it's going to be about, Shani will tell us. You just hang out tight. Thanks.